Hello everyone, I am Karuna and I welcome you all to my channel. In this tutorial, we are going to learn about another very interesting data type of Python called dictionary. A dictionary is an unordered collection of data where the elements are stored in the form of a key and a value pair. Here you can see an example of a dictionary. Variable d has some values assigned to it. Now these values are enclosed in curly brackets. 1, which is a key of the dictionary, is linked with apple, and 2 has been linked with the value orange. The reason why dictionaries are called unordered is that the elements, as you can see in the above example, do not have any index assigned to them. They can be simply accessed with the keys of the dictionary. The key and the value pairs are separated by comma operator, whereas you can see that the key and its value are separated by colon. A similar task can be done with the help of nested list or some other data type. The question here is why to use dictionary. So here I've listed some features of dictionary. So dictionary is a collection of data which is mutable as well as immutable. Till now we have been working on only mutable data types like list and immutable data types like numbers, strings and tuples. But dictionary is a combination of both. It is unordered, as I explained earlier, that the elements do not have any index assigned to them. The values of the dictionary can be easily accessed with the help of the keys. The keys of the dictionary are immutable. That means you cannot modify them and they must be unique. The values that we link with the key are mutable. That means you can modify them, but they can be from the mutable or the immutable data types category. As you can see here, I've listed some examples of both the data types. Important question to answer here is why to use dictionary. So after seeing all those features, now you can easily understand why dictionaries will be used. The first one is it increases the readability of the code. The way they have been written or initialized helps you to clearly understand what is the purpose of creating a dictionary. You can easily add your keys because they are not index based. So adding more and more keys makes it a flexible data type. As the elements are not indexed, you can easily access the dictionary elements. Searching with the help of a key is fast. Again, the same reason, because the elements are not indexed. So now we are going to learn about creating a dictionary, initializing values to it, accessing dictionary elements and updating the dictionary elements. So there are various ways of creating a dictionary. First one is by just writing these empty curly brackets, and this is going to create an empty dictionary. You can check the values. You can see this dictionary does not contain any elements. The next way of creating an empty dictionary is with the help of this dict function. This also creates an empty dictionary. Now there are various ways I can use this function. You can see it here. The first one I've already used to create an empty dictionary. The second one is for the mapping, where the key and the value pairs are already specified. So let's see this method now. Inside the bracket, I'm going to create a dictionary here like this. And the next one is by writing the second key. So role and name are the keys of the dictionary, whereas 1 and the word arrows are linked values of those keys. So you can check the dictionary that has been created. Now in this example, after the dict function, I have specified the key and the value pairs just like we will define in a dictionary. Another way of using this function is by writing some iterable elements inside it. So in the first example, I'm going to create a nested list. So this is role, again the key of the dictionary. Here I'm going to write its value. This becomes the first element of the list. That means it is a nested list. In the second part, I'm going to define another key. And this is the second element of the list. This completes my nested list. Now in this example, you can see there are no key in the value pairs. Here mapping is done. So role is linked with 2 and name is connected with Shantanu. You can specify key and value pairs as the elements of different list using the method that I had written above. You can also create the above dictionary with the help of tuple. So let's try to do this with some tuple values. Instead of creating a nested list, what I'll do, I'll put the values inside a tuple. So it's a nested list, but the inner elements are of type tuple. This is the first element of the nested list. The second is this. This is the dictionary. So it does not matter how the elements have been specified, whether using a list or a tuple. So it will automatically connect the value with its key. The next example uses the keyword arguments. Here the keyword arguments actually mean that I am going to treat the keys of the dictionary as the variables. So inside this function, I am going to write role, which was the key of the dictionary, and I'm going to assign it some value. So here it looks like role is some variable and 4 is its value, and write the next key. But when you print the dictionary, you will see that role becomes the key and 4 is its value. Also notice that this variable is no more treated as a variable. It actually becomes the key of the dictionary. In my next example, I'm going to use the zip function. Again, inside this function, I'm going to write zip. Now, zip will have values in a different way. Here, I'm going to write all the keys in the first bracket, like this. So this completes the bracket for all the keys of the dictionary. In the next bracket, I'm going to put the values that will be mapped with those keys. So you can see role and name are treated as the keys of the dictionary, and Five and Harshad are its value. Now let's see a very easy way of creating a dictionary. You do not need to use any method or a function. Simply write the keys, some values, and done. So here it creates my dictionary. 1 and 2 are the keys, apple and bear are its values. So this is the initialization part. Let's say if I write here D of 3 and then I write some value. See, it's so easy to add any value to the dictionary. You just need to assign some key here and a value, and it creates a key and the value pair in your dictionary. This was the case when there was no key 3 existing in my dictionary, as you can see here. But when I run this statement, it adds one more key and a value pair in variable D. What if a key is used which already exists? Let's see. If I write here D of 2 equal to some value here, it has got updated. Now it does not add any other key to it, actually modifies the value which has been assigned to it. As I explained that the values of the dictionary can be from the mutable or immutable category of data types. So in all the above examples, you can see I have assigned a string value. Let's see some examples where we assign a list to a dictionary. So example, I want to create a dictionary wherein I would like to store marks of roll number 1 and then marks of roll number 2, So here it is a dictionary where key 1 is mapped with this list and key 2 is mapped with this list. Now if you want to access the list, what we can do is we write here D1. This method, if you will observe, looks similar to what we were doing in case of all the indexed data types like list, strings and tuples. The only difference is that here 1 is the key, whereas in those data types, the value that you write inside these square brackets is an index. Now it's easy to access any element from this list also. Simply you can write a statement like this. Now D of 1 gives you this list. When you write D of 1 of 2, so this 2 is now the index, because in D of 1 we have got a list. List is an indexed data type and this 2 will fetch the element at index 2, that means 22. Let's see how we can modify it. So here I write D of 1 of 2 equal to 30. So I've modified one element of the list. Let's see. So here the value has got updated. Now it is 30. What will happen if the similar kind of dictionary is created, but instead of using a list, I created with the help of a tuple. Let's see how it will behave when we try to change some values. So now I'm going to create a tuple. So let's just have one key in the value pair. This is D of 1. If I try to modify D of 1 of 0, which is this, if I write a statement to change its value, we will see this error, which is the type error, because the tuple object will not allow you to modify any one element from its group. Now this rule is applicable on all the data types of the immutable category that we write as the values of the keys. If you write a string, then you cannot modify individual character of the string, and here in case of tuple you have already seen that it returns a type error. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. The link for the worksheet can be found in the description box. If you like the video, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for latest updates. Till then, keep working with smile.